Why did I not number these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. My name is Hannah and I am a horror and thriller author from the south of England. I make videos about reading, writing, marketing and research, so if that sounds like something that is your cup of tea, please do subscribe. Today's video is a tag video. I'm not sorry, I enjoy doing tags. They make me question what I'm doing a bit more and they're kind of fun, so no apologies from me. This is the Stories Idea tag, originally created by Brooke and Bethany. I'll obviously link both of their videos up here, and I actually first saw this video on Bethany Votor's channel, so I will link that video over here as well, where she did like a quick fire round of the questions. I can't think that quickly on my head, so I'm not going to do a quick fire one of this. I'm just going to answer the questions. I'll obviously put the questions in the description below. If you are watching this and you would like to do this video, then I tag you. So, question 1, current story. What is your current story idea that you are working on? If you watched my channel last week, you will have seen my video that was on All the Hearts tag. Yes, I'm going through a tag moment. It's fine, it'll be over soon. And that was all about what I'm currently working on. So I am working on 3 projects. I have One Road In, which I've spoken about a lot. That is about a girl whose brother goes missing when she is a teenager. She knows way more about his disappearance than she lets on, and it's basically her trying to keep this secret bottled up whilst also dealing with the fact that he reappears 5 years later. The second project I'm working on is called Mosquito. That is very, very new. I haven't properly planned it, but the plan is to get that planned. So once I finish drafting One Road In, I can jump straight into Mosquito. It's another horror. It's thematically based like around family stuff, around a mother and daughter. They've got like a really rocky, really unstereotypical relationship. And one of the main things I want to focus on in Mosquito is the juxtaposition between the bright, vibrant countryside and horror. If I can pull it off, I would absolutely love to have the whole book set during the day and not have a single scene at night. I obviously know it's been done before, I just think it's really fun. The third thing that I'm working on, and actually the most important thing right now, because there's actually deadlines on it, is the Twisted 10 anthology. No, again, that's not the title of the anthology. I can't tell you that yet, but I will when I can. I'm working on 2 short stories. One of them is far happier, actually, considering we're called the Twisted 10. One of the stories it's a ghost story, but it's way happier than anything I've ever written before. And the other short I'm working on is a flash kind of sci-fi dystopia, I suppose. Bit of a curveball, but really enjoyed writing it. Question number 2, spark of inspiration. Do your ideas begin with characters, plot, world building, or something else entirely? Most of? Kind of. No. This answer's going really well. So most of my ideas start off with a character, I think. I have an idea for a character and then I think of where they would not thrive and put them there. One Road In, the idea actually came from one morning I was sat on the beach in a town near me, really early in the morning, waiting to meet up with a friend, and there were these children pushing a red canoe out to the English Channel, and they looked really shady, looked like they were doing something naughty. They probably weren't, it was just my imagination, and then I took that group of characters and just ran with it, and that's where we are for One Road In. Mosquito actually is based on a kind of old, kind of, I want to say 80s-ish print that we have on our wall. Yeah, I just kind of imagined what it would be like to live in this house that is in this particular painting, and I ended up with Mosquito. As for one of my short stories, actually, the idea for that came from somewhere entirely different. So when we first moved flat, we kept getting loads of post for these people that obviously don't live here anymore. We still get it, no matter how many times I return it, we still get reams of post for people that do not live here anymore. And I imagined what it would be like to live vicariously through the letters that you received. I tried to write that story, turned out it was really hard and I couldn't make it work. So I twisted it slightly, but it's still all based on letters. Question 3, brainstorm. How do you puzzle piece your story elements together? Do you start with the ending and make your way to the beginning, or vice versa? I try to write linearly, yes, in order, chronologically. It hardly ever works that way. One road in, actually, I'm a bit stuck with it because I really rigorously planned Act 1 and Act 2. And now the transition between Act 2 and Act 3 is a little bit muddy. So I've lost my way with it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is replot it again. I'll get there eventually. But I'm going to start with the end. So I'm going to write the end and then go back and fill in the bit that I'm missing. Number 47, I did literally write chapter 1 through to the last chapter. Question 4, keep or toss. How do you know when you want to keep or dump a story idea? I don't know that I would say I've ever dumped a story idea. Everything I write, save, well, it's not saved, it's in Google Docs, but it's in the ether somewhere. I've never consciously deleted anything. I just file it and save it for a rainy day. But I do have sort of snippets of things that I wrote that I've never taken any further, and that's because I started writing them and I kind of forgot about the idea. So I think if it doesn't hold my attention, it's not going to hold the reader's attention. If an idea is kind of itchy, like it's in your brain and you can't forget about it, and no matter what you're working on, you want to be working on that other thing, that's a good idea, and that is one that I would keep going back to. Question 5, original idea. How much of your original idea for your story is actually used once everything is finished? I mean, this really depends. Like the short story, for instance, that drastically changed. The literal object of a letter stayed the same, but everything around it changed. I think it really depends on what you're writing. My original idea for number 47 actually pretty much stayed the same. Obviously elements and like scenes in between changed, but the core idea and theme stayed exactly the same. So I think it totally depends on the situation and what you're writing. Number 6, hide or share. Do you share your book ideas with friends or keep them a secret? Ideas, when they're like teeny ideas and like scratchy ideas, I keep them to myself, but only because I don't know what they look like yet. Once I've got a better idea of what they look like, I will probably share them with Dan first and foremost, so that's my other half. He probably gets sick of hearing about them. But yeah, I do. We've got quite a close-knit group on Authortube now, I would say, where I've made some, what I would consider really good friends. Not a single one in England, which is just exciting. It's cool having friends all over the place. And we quite often share stuff to get critiques. Danny at Broken Pages is someone that I would always send ideas to. No, I'm a sharer. I'm probably an oversharer, actually. If I ever send you stuff you don't want to receive, just give it back. 7, dream. Have any of your book ideas originated with a dream or nightmare? Nope. 8, doppelganger. Have you ever had an idea for a story but then seen a similar premise in a book, TV show or movie? No. I haven't done that with writing. I have done it, so I'm in a band, and I've done it a few times. I think we've all done it actually, where you've heard a song and you don't necessarily know what it is, but it's made like an impression on you and you don't necessarily know. And then you write a song and then you realise it's already a song. I've definitely done that before. Question 9. Big screen inspiration. Have any of your favourite movies or TV shows sparked ideas for scenes in your book? I mean, probably. I can't consciously think of any, but I think yes, probably. Last but not least, question 10, nostalgia. What's the oldest or first story idea you remember coming up with and writing down? The first story I came up with, I've mentioned it on my channel before, I don't remember what it was called. I was in year 4, which in the UK means I was 8 or 9, something like that, maybe. And it was about a girl that put on a watch and then the watch gave her the ability to transform into any animal she liked. Very original, definitely not been done before. I've actually never read like an Animorph kind of book. Obviously joke with tons. I was not a very original child. So that is that for that tag. I said that a million times in that sentence. As mentioned earlier, all the questions are down in the description below. Brooke and Bethany's original videos are up here, and I'll put other Bethany Votar's video here as well because that is where I last saw it. I have not live streamed for a couple of weeks because life just kind of got in the way, but I am going to start up again this weekend. So on Saturday, I will be getting some writing done between 1 PM and 3 PM GMT +1. So if you want to come along and get some words down, I'll see you Saturday. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.